はい。 Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our monthly awareness talk from Mind Story. So before I start, let me briefly introduce about Mind Story. So my name is Charlie. I'm a registered counselor with Mind Story. So in here, Mind Story, we do provide services for children who have academic delays, sensory delays, developmental delays, behavioral and emotional difficulties, as well as physical delays. So our team, we have different therapists or professionals from different background. We have academic support, which is a special education teacher, behavior therapist, clinical psychologist, counselor, occupational therapist, reading therapist, as well as physiotherapist. Okay, you can contact us at this or WhatsApp us if you have any inquiry or any suggestion for our upcoming talk. You can also email us. Our operating hours is from Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. We are also open on Saturday and Sunday via prior appointment only, and we are closed during public holidays. Okay, you can check this out on our Facebook page. You can see our upcoming event, our website, also our Instagram page at mindstory.my, and as well as our LinkedIn Mind Story, Pusat Pelatihan Kanak-kanak Berkeperluan Khas. Okay, so today we have a very special guest, Mr. Yong Yek Meng. He is the co-founder of Autism Resource Malaysia Support Group. And also today we're going to talk about special support group. Why support group? Because I have recently I have met a number of parents. They are not sure about what support group do and basically what is a support group, and also where can they find such a support group. So today we have Mr. Yong to come on board to share with us. Good afternoon, Mr. Yong. Are you there?
Hi, good afternoon, Charlie.
Hi, good afternoon, Yong. So, okay, so this is Yong from Autism Resource Malaysia. So today he's going to share with us about ARMS support group. So, Yong, can you briefly introduce what's ARMS all about?
Okay, sound like an army kind of things, yeah. is stand for, is an acronym for Autism Resources Malaysia. Was set up in mind that we want to provide some support for young adult autism to adult autism individual, because a lot of us realize that when the parents are getting older and our kids who is in the ASD, autism spectrum disorder, might need a home, a home for them when we are not around anymore. So at the moment, there is none autism's specific home in Malaysia. A lot of welfare home actually turned down our kid because they lack the experience or manpower to manage when they are staying in their home. So that's why we started way back in 2016. A group of parents come together. I'm only one of them. We all come together, and then we set up this WhatsApp support group. Our main objective is home. Okay, home, to create a home for our kid when we are not around. It's still a long way to go. We face many challenges, which I'm not going to go into detail. Maybe if you want to know more, you can actually join us, and then you can learn from there. Secondly, we want to train our kids to be as independent as possible, self-help skill and whatnot. Thirdly, we want to empower them for employment. There is no it's better for them to have something to do rather than sitting down in the home and doing nothing. So we try to get a job for them to do and try to do training, and that's what we try to do. There's a three main objective of
Okay. Yeah. All right. Thank you for sharing us with the three main objective of ARMS. Okay. Yeah. And then so before we go to like I have a lot of questions from parents to ask. But before that, can you briefly introduce about yourself?
Okay, myself. Sorry about the noise. I better turn down. If I turn down that volume, I wouldn't be able to get the notification. Just give me a minute. Okay, just give me a minute. Too many messages. Okay, who am I? I am Yong. I have two sons, which is in autism spectrum disorder. I thought I turned it off. Sorry, guy. Just give me a minute.
No problem.
My God. All this technology. Okay. My name is Yong. I have two sons, age 21 and 22 now this year. Okay. Young adult. They are in a spectrum, autism spectrum disorder. My eldest one is kind of a bit challenging. He's non-verbal. My younger one is Xiang. He is more high function as per se, whereby my eldest one is called Widget. And while they are born in 2000 and 2001. So if any of you guys are in this age bracket, whereby in 2000 and 2001, 2002 and 2003, you will know that there is no support at all, even support group or medical knowledge about autism. Yeah, that's why quite a big challenge for us, but we're getting there. 20 years down the line, I'm still learning, and there's me.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much, Yong. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So it's very good to me personally from my experience because I'm from the clinical background. So one of the things that I've been sharing to our parents is also support group. See, one of the reasons why it's important because people can relate. Like back in the days, 20 years ago, like that's when your time, Yong, where it's difficult to know about something. At that time, also internet are still new. When we Google, I believe in the 2000 years
No
at that time, yeah.
Yahoo, man, Yahoo.
Correct. So even when you type in autism in Malaysia, it's not widely known. Okay, so and so this is the thing that I've been emphasized to a lot of parents. It's really good to have a support group because this is where you can gain information.
Yeah.
I believe this is also from how you learn with your children and also connect with other parents. This is how you create the parent support group as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, back in 2000, just me share something about myself in the year 2000.
Yeah.
My son was, I see something wrong with my sons. It doesn't make sense. So I just type all the something wrong or some weird behavior into Yahoo, and then the word autism comes up. And I do not know anything about it. What is that? AUTISM. So from then on, I proceed on and gain some support. Actually, there is a support group last time. It's a physical support group. There's no WhatsApp there. Yeah, called parents support for autism. Called PR4A. Some of the members here might know about them if you are in my group. Then, but now the PR4A has been delisted because we don't serve any purpose anymore. The initial stage is that this support group get together to learn how to deal with our kid. We engage foreign professionals, psychologists, and other ABA therapists from Australia and US. We bring them in and then run a seminar and things like that, and then our parents attend a workshop to learn how to deal with our kid, and then we submit our work or our therapy result by email to them. That was what we were done before. During that time, we do not have My Story or this professional provide services. Nowadays, there are plenty of service provider for EIP, for early intervention, psychologists, therapists. Even you go to see your pediatrician, if they see something straight away, they know there is there's some issue with our kids, some challenges. They will refer you to get help as soon as possible. In the in the good old day, no lah, we do it ourselves. Yeah.
Okay. So basically, yeah. And also for those who miss us or who just joined us, Yong did share that the purpose of the group, there's three main purpose. One is to create a welfare home for children with autism, especially the older child, because why a lot of parents, they experience rejection to be placed in a welfare home. Secondly, Autism Resource Malaysia, this support group aim to train the child to be independent, and thirdly, to empower the child for employment. So for those who just joined us, these are the three main purpose support group. And then also it's when you join a support group, you will be mindful to check what is the purpose, because nowadays there is a lot of support group targeting different type of disabilities or disorders or special needs. So in this particular, it's autism, hence the name Autism Resource Malaysia. Okay, group. And then nowadays, because of technology, this support group is very unique. When I speak to Yong also, I found it quite interesting. I thought it's a Facebook, but it's not. It's a WhatsApp support group. So it's very unique, because normally people have like what's Facebook, and then maybe small group of the members create a WhatsApp group. But now this is solely a WhatsApp group of parents that come together. So this is how they come about to create the parents group. And also Yong did explain that his experience of going through his own child with autism, and then where he has like resources, have difficulty finding services, and back in the days we don't have much therapy center like he mentioned. Okay, and then also we have, if you have any question, feel free to put in the Facebook comments so I can bring it up to Yong to explain to us. Okay, all right. And then the next one is some of the parents ask me, what is the purpose of a support group? What is the purpose and the role of a parent support group?
Okay, I mean, I just take as an example. Our first objective is, the main objective is to create home. But of course, support group is go beyond more than that. Yeah. Okay, just let me put a question to your audience. It's just one question. Do you encounter in-law comment about, okay, when we talk about in-law, it could be father-in-law on the mother's, on the husband's side, or the other Bibles. So when I speak, I talk about me as a father. Okay, okay. My in-law was not like that. Don't worry. Okay, you probably encounter something like this. My son or my daughter is very nice person, very kind-hearted, you know. My grandson having just this kind of thing, it could be because of the other side, being unkind, rude, as a result, karma for, and then my grandson's like that. So this kind of thing is very hurting. So there's one. Have you ever encountered saying that you are not religious enough because as a result, your son is like this? That's another thing. So all those pressure is on the parents. It's my fault. It's my fault. It's my fault. Worst thing that come to play is that both husband and wife start to blame each other. No, it's your gene, it's your gene. How about your family? I heard that your uncle is also something like this. So that kind of things start come to play, and it really putting a lot of psychological and mental pressure on parents. If you ever encounter this, and then please get out of this. Okay, if you can find someone to talk to, like my story or Charlie. I do not know whether they do counseling or not. Go there and let it out, because otherwise you go into depression. Yeah, which I did. Okay, and also husband and wife start not pointing fingers. It's not your gene or my gene or whatever. It's not a parenting issue. It's this one thing. So with all those things bombarded with a parent, on top of that, you have to find all the whatever OT, ST, whatever T that you need to go, EIP, whatever, ABA, whatever, and then dieting. You are overwhelmed. Okay, you're overwhelmed. So as a parent, a mother or father, you need to be able to release. Yeah, you need to be able to find someone to blah to, as I say. So support group actually play a very important role in this. You go into the support group, people in there are all parents. They know what you're going through. So I think beside the information gathering, for example, asking question, I'm looking for a speech therapy. Can you recommend someone that you know? Or I want looking for a dentist who can handle special need, blah, blah, blah. All this kind of information sharing and things. The key thing is that it's a social platform, especially in WhatsApp contact. It's a social platform for you to be able to release your kind of anger or stress and things like that. Yeah, I think that is key about WhatsApp group. In my WhatsApp group that I manage called the I only have a very simple rule. You can do whatever you like, but no politics, no religious, no racial person. Okay, some of them said that, oh, we don't waste time say good morning. I said, oh, I didn't comment, say yes or no. I just let them fight over it. At the end of the day, they'll still say good morning. This is my son. Okay, go, Papa. And they still, at the end, they'll sort it out themselves. Because to me, the support group is beside try to reach our objective, is also a social platform for you to release stress.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, thank you for sharing that, because this is important. Because for me also, as my job, sometimes I do counseling with parents. Sometimes it's not enough in a way that, you know, you have all the therapy, you have all the doctors, but in the end of the day, this is why I strongly suggest parents to search a support group. Why? Because parents need the support. Like your child has the support from the therapist, the school, and the pediatrician. But what about parents? And then sometimes because there's a limitation in counseling. For example, I can relate to a story, but I cannot fully empathize with the situation. Okay, so when you share your difficulties, and sometimes it's easier to talk to someone who have the same experience, like
in the same boat. Yeah.
Yes. Like for me, I don't have that kind of experience, but it's very important. So you can see that when I talk to parents, I always do planning and also use some of the parents as a guideline. Why? Because they've been there, like yourself. For the past 20 years, you have learned a lot. Okay, this is realistic experience. Okay, this
Excuse
is not
me. Sorry, Charlie. I entertain him for a while.
Can no problem. Yeah, so this is where it's very important to have parents to share the experience. Why? Because when we do planning, we have to be realistic. Okay, like parents who have experience, I use them as a guideline. Okay, so when your child gets support, the parents also do please get support, because maybe I do counseling, I can only do once a week. Okay, and I meet family, I do family therapy, I do couple therapy, I do marriage counseling, but there always a limit where after that, you see me once a week, you see me once in 2 weeks, but then on your daily basis, when you have difficulty, like for example, your child throwing tantrum and you don't know what to do, okay, that's where a support group for you to really share. Okay, and things like what Yong shared just now, it's really realistic. Okay, I do agree with that. Like you experience pressure from outside. Sometimes you might find it difficult to share it with your counselor like me. Okay, but with a support group today to, like, you know, almost all the time book. Okay, maybe some will text you if you text late at night, but but you if like emergency, at least you know what to do, where to go. Because when we do planning, we can plan for the child, but what about the parents? So for parents that ask me about this question, as you can hear from Yong, the purpose not only for the future of the child, but also focus a lot on the parents. That's why the name Parent Support Group, and part of it is and then you can hear the experience from Yong that 20 years ago. Can you share a bit about your difficulties 20 years ago when there is no, if you're okay?
Oh, I can go hours for this one. No, I mean, okay, basically 20 years ago, there is the awareness itself is very low. Okay, even my pediatrician doesn't know that my son is in the spectrum. So he was a baby of the year by Johnson and Johnson, champion baby of the year. So the runner-up and the second runner-up was sitting on the stage with the crown on, and my son was holding his trophy with the crown on, pacing around at the back stage. So all sort of things like this, we don't know, we don't understand. So that's the challenge is that the pediatrician doesn't know. He keep telling me that his milestone is good, he growing high, he is handsome, blah, 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 but still no. Though the challenges at the end of the day is that we do not know how to start. So that's why my first support group, which is PR4A, started off by offer helping hands, and also we get support from overseas and therapists, ABA therapists to come in to help us plan our what we so-called as an EIP program. Last time in ABA. And also, of course, we also start creating awareness then, because during that time, we really go full force in awareness. Anything, April months or whatever, we create a lot of awareness. We bring our kid out, make sure that we bring them out, even the children, we create awareness. If you guys, there are so many movies in Malaysia about autism. There is one movie that I was involved in. There is one movie that was involved with called Redo, spelled as I think Redha. Redo. Yeah. It's a Malay movie. It's local production by Tunku Muna. So the team of the production team and the actor and actress and the whole thing actually follow us for about 2 years, I think, close to 3 years, just to learn our life. The story and the movie is not a real story, but the event is. Yeah, the event is. So that creates a tremendous awareness in Malaysia after that movie, and then win so many international movie awards. So I think altogether 16, if I'm not wrong. Even nominated for Academy. Is it Academy for the movie? Is it no Academy, right? What award is it for movie?
If I'm not mistaken, it's the French award, Cannes International.
Cannes, yeah, they also wins those, but they also nominated for the bigger one, the movie. Movie is Academy or something like that.
Yeah.
But they didn't win that. It was nominated, but didn't win.
Mm-hmm.
So now I think it's a lot easier. And then don't give up hope, because it's not end of the world. Okay, and join any support group that suits you. I mean, we actually have 2 support groups that I always refer to. The younger parents, which is maybe 2 years old to 16 or 15 years old, I refer them to another group, which is for younger parents. So when they are older kids, I will refer them to ARM, because we share the same objective. And of course, the social platform is still the same.
Yeah.
Nothing much. Getting there. You got to be positive. You have to think on the positive side, otherwise you get into depression.
Yeah. Correct. This is a very good example, and thank you, Yong, for coming out and share this with us. Because these are some of the examples that because of PNC, I work with parents closely. I cannot put it in public, but by having a support group like you come out and share, parents can relate to this pressure. So one of them asked me, what's so good about joining support group? Later they know my issue. I cannot tell them it's PNC, and but as you can hear from Yong sharing the challenges that he experienced, some of you might can relate. And then for the younger one, you might follow Yong or the group as a guideline, because they are much older, their kids are much older, and they are more experienced. Okay, these are the things that in terms of mental health professional like us, like me, myself, I cannot do much, because I don't have that real life experiences. Okay, I can guide you through, but the thing is, different people have different challenges. Okay, like what Yong experienced, religion, the community, your in-laws, your own family. Okay, this is something that we see a lot in Asian country. We are more a group. Okay, as compared to Western country, they are more individualistic. So everyone, one of them are quite individualistic, but for us, we work very good as a group. So these are some, like when I talk to parents, also some of the challenges is so real that sometimes I myself have difficulty. For example, like religion. It's not something that I'm very well versed with. Okay, so this is where I try to encourage parents to join support group, like what Yong have said. Other than information, but the day-to-day, how you manage stress. Yes, you can talk to me and we can work on your depression, but how do you stop or how do you overcome the challenges when constantly you cannot be not looking at your family for the next 20 years. It's impossible. So these are the things that I also still in the learning process with parents like you, because it's really interesting. It's not in textbook. We cannot find in textbook. And you have a lot of people coming out from books, but I'm more of a listening guy. So I like listening to parents like you to share their experience. And then you can see that they did a lot of not only ARMS, but other group also, they did push the awareness. So this is the current trend that I noticed. Awareness is there, but the action taken is 50-50. Okay, why? Because you see, like I mentioned just now, this is one of the important rising. Nowadays, support group is a bit more convenient. Okay, now we have WhatsApp. We all communicate through WhatsApp, and then ARMS is a WhatsApp support group. Okay, yeah. So this is why it's very important, and then they can share. Okay, it's not tied to PNC in the group. Okay, like for me, I work with a parent. I can't tell the public, okay, what these parents going through. But by joining a support group, we all share and we all learn one step at a time. And then also, this relate to the next question, which Yong also explained already. Please check the support group, their objective, their requirement. It's very important because I have some parents come back to me, hey, doesn't fit me, doesn't work, this support group not helpful.
Yeah, I mean, so if you're talking about the objective, what you're looking for, if looking for some support group, for example, dieting, this support group talking about diet or about diet. But I think all the support group, if you know the main objective is diet, and if you're not interested in that, then you don't join that. But point down to the low, I think point down to a point whereby the support group is not just the main objective. The social contact of the support group is very important psychologically and mentally for parents. This way they can actually relate to someone, relate to someone who have the same challenges, facing the same bombardment from family, society, and school and whatnot. So the social contact and psychological contact or mental contact is very important. Even though that you might landed in diet group talking about GFCF, gluten-free, whatever free group, but at the end of the day, the comradeship or the brother sisterhood of that group still intact. But of course, if you landed in the group that have the main objective who suits you, of course, the social contact of that is also play important role. So.
Yeah. So it's very important, like what Yong explained just now. For ARMS group in particular, they are looking at older kids, 18 and above, right, Yong?
Yeah, 18 and above, whereby they have finished school and parents are aging and worry about their future, because frankly speaking, in terms of ASD, I mean autism group, is it's not like others disability. They have their welfare home that are willing to take, for example, slow learner, Down syndrome, and whatnot. There are many social welfare home that are willing to do that. But sadly for autism, because maybe lack of experience and knowledge, for the time being, most of the welfare home do not want to. So our kids, when we kick the bucket, I mean, when we die, we always worry what happens next. Who is going to take care? Like for my kids, they don't have any sibling. They have cousin brothers. The cousin brothers, of course, my brother and sister say, anything happen to you, brother, accidentally, we will take care of them. But you have to think about what next after my own brother and sister pass away, which is not our age difference is only 2-3 years old. So it's not fair to ask their cousin brother or even their brother or sister to take care of them because they have the online. Imagine if their brother or sister take care of them, bring them to their house, their spouse might say, there must be some conflict with their spouse. So the cousin brother, if those who have their own brother and sister have their own life, so we need to plan forward.
Yeah, totally agree with that. Yeah, so this is like this is also one thing that I come across a lot when I work with parents. Like, what do I do
Yeah.
when I'm no longer here? And then, like you
Yeah.
said, Yong, I couldn't agree more. It's not like sometimes, yes, we know that our siblings or our relative can take care, but what about their next of kin?
Yeah.
You know, when they're no longer there, to like, what do they do to their the children take care, even though they're willing to take care, but then yeah,
Is it fair?
yeah, they have their own life, like
They have their own life.
we yeah, and then will the spouse or their partner acceptable? See, yeah. So
Sometimes,
like
sometimes Charlie, sorry, they
yes.
don't even, those people who willing to take care, for example, their sister, if they have a sister or brother, if their parents already share pieces over that, when we die, you have to take care of your brothers, for example. So with that in mind, into their brother and sister mind, they might not even be able to find their better half.
Yeah.
I have experienced, have a few cases that a girl who whenever she went on dates, dating a new guy, he would tell the guy that I will have to take care of my younger brother or elder brother, and they no more second date. They say,
yeah, correct.
yeah.
So sometimes I do agree with that. Like sometimes even people are willing to, there's an awareness, oh, you have relative, but that doesn't mean they are willing to take action. So this is where it happens not only in Malaysia. So for those parents or anyone that join us today, this kind of issue not only happen in Malaysia but everywhere around the world. Normally after that's why we have parent support group. Okay, normally after therapy, and then these are the things that when we come to planning, it has to be realistic, and then it has to be reasonable in a way. Okay, like what Yong have shared, the girl might not have like she in return it affect her mental health and well-being. It's like, oh, I have to take care of him because of this person. Now I cannot have my own private life.
No life, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then one of the things is also caregiver stress. I believe Yong have experienced this as well. Caregiver stress is constantly giving care, and then the stress is so much that it affects the person that providing care. Okay, like Yong itself, he's a father of two. He also a caregiver, and this is something that we all can learn from Yong, because he can manage his work and the child and everything. so and then also run a support group. So this is the time where like
also, I mean, Charlie, that since we're talking about support, we are hopefully a parent listening to this, and a couple, husband and wife, who has special needs, just bear in mind one thing, that the person who look after the special needs is not easy.
Yeah,
it's not easy. So if I have a choice, I'd rather go out and work, because sometimes you say, oh, you are not working, you just like taking care of the kids. There is a saying in our autism's group saying that taking care of one autistic kid is equivalent to taking care of 10 typical kids in terms of stress, in terms of the energy and things. So if your partner is the one who look after the kids, how should I say, do your part as well when you come back from work.
Correct.
Given a choice, I think the person who look after the kids, the special need kid, rather go to work. Seriously.
It's really good hearing from your side, because this is also one thing that I find it difficult. Caregiver stress is something that I also currently pushing to all parents. It doesn't matter whether it's special need or not, because taking a typical or normal kid is already hard. So we have to balance up the responsibility. I know nowadays a lot of parents are working parents, so both have to work. But I hope that one day that like having Yong and share his experience that childcare can be distributed, not to say totally equal, but at least take part like what Yong suggested, because uh, caregiver stress is one thing that has been gone under the radar for very long time in parents or family with special needs or different disability, because they have to constantly providing care, and then they are doing because it's not something that straightforward. Okay, when you deal with normal kids, it's already sometimes things are unpredictable.
When it's teenagers time,
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Yes, correct. So the process is there. So when we talk about children with special needs, it's definitely higher stress. It's already research proven. We have seen multiple articles in magazine, in newspaper, even in movie. If you have watched the Reda movie, which is a Malay movie, and the Chinese Chinese is the Guang one. You can see the parents are struggling. Okay, sometimes that's why sometimes when parents have nowhere to go, like spouses, like what Yong initially shared. Okay, if you are married, you take responsibility and share. Why? Because it will affect, the blaming will come, and then you cannot work as a team. Okay, this is very important, and also it will affect the marriage life, and then not only affect the marriage life, but you yourself, because constantly you are providing care, and then you forgot about taking care of yourself.
Yeah, you need to take care of yourself. Basically, if you know that you are stressed out, I think it's better to seek professional help. Just see a psychologist, talk it out. They will guide through you, and then try to go into the state of mind. Try to to listen to you. Or maybe you just see a psychologist just to be able to say something out, so that you get the chest, the storm, something on your chest, get it out. That help your mental health actually.
Yeah.
But do not go into blaming yourself. I think so if you get into blaming yourself, remember this thing that your child still needs you. You cannot afford to go.
Yeah.
The word like gila, when the
Correct.
cannot.
Because especially for those who are primary care. Okay, if you are the only one that giving care, it's very important, because physical health, a lot of things through physical health is quite straightforward.
Yeah.
Heart attack and whatnot we know, but mental health is something that is a bit tricky. That's why sometimes when I work with parents on mental health, I know it's stigma. Every time we talk about mental health, it's something that it's
people
not
don't
easy.
like to hear.
Yeah, people don't like to hear. That's why
the society. I mean, oh, you gila? Why you take this medicine? You gila already?
Yeah.
So don't give us, don't. Sorry, I about to use a four-letter word. Don't give a damn about what people think. If you need to take something to psychologically for you, like Xanax or lorazepam, just be all mean by do it, and then get over your things, and then go see a psychologist, get over it, and then stop it, and the medication. Do not let people think that because you take that you are gila. So sometimes in our support group, if people say so, I say, hey, look, why don't you just take my kid for 2 weeks and then see whether you go gila or not? I mean, this kind of thing. So don't let other people pressure you. The stigma about going to see a psychologist, something is wrong. It's nothing but that.
Yeah. So the concept is like when you fever, you take Panadol. So same goes to mental health. So this is also, I can relate this to what Yong said, the comradeship. So when you have dilemma, let's say I'm seeing a psychiatrist or psychologist and they suggest me medication, and if you feel shy to talk to me, a counselor, you can approach Yong or other group. You can hey, should I take this or should I not? Okay, so this is where they all can guide you, because like Yong said, for him, for his experience, it's just something to help him to get better.
Overcome that pressure first. Then I tell you, to get it over, your mind is clear. You don't get the self blame anymore. You don't care what people say anymore. You overcome that. Just take it away, throw it away. You don't take it anymore. Just like Panadol. Like when you don't feel pain, why you take Panadol for what? Yeah. Another thing that I want to share about is about most parents think that I didn't do enough.
Mm.
Okay. When you say you do not do enough is when you do nothing. Okay. If you already do something, you have done enough. Okay. Don't get into that vicious circle of that. Oh, I'm not a good parent. I haven't done enough. Everybody have the limits, and our kids also have their own different ability, different level of ability. Those who going around blaming each other, don't go around blaming yourself that you didn't do enough. Just one step is good enough than nothing. You always take one step.
Yeah.
Just know your limits, and then don't push your limit until this rubber band broke. Then
Yeah.
that's too late because your kid needs you.
Yeah, correct. So this is something that I also can relate. What I always tell parents is work, especially nowadays, financially, you have to work properly, because don't spend too much on something, and then you have no way to rebound back your financial power. Because nowadays therapies, yes, there's a lot of therapies, but due to inflation and whatnot, the price is going up.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is where I can relate with Yong said that don't stretch the limit. Okay, this is the financial part, because one of the thing I encounter also when it comes to planning with parents is financial. Okay, like what Yong said, do one thing at a time. Okay, you do start with something, it's already a thing. Okay, and
Yep.
you work on it. Even though you have the financial power to go for a lot of therapy, but still, that's where another issue might arise, like time. Do you have time
Yep.
to work with your child?
Yep.
Because you see therapy work once or twice or three times weekly. So they are not like you at home with the child all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
You
this is,
see,
yeah.
you see the kid behave well when they see a therapist. Yeah.
Yes.
And then you go back. Of course, there is psychological part of that
Mm.
because the kids know that they are very smart. Especially I'm talking about autism spectrum. They are very smart. They know how to push your limits. So I'm not a psychologist, so you guys have to ask Charlie how to handle that. They don't know me. So I know that my kids, a lot of parents are that he went to see he went to see this OG. He's not complaining. Whatever he asked him to do, he will do. But when I go home, I ask him to do, he wouldn't do. Of course lah. Mana ada kid listen to parents?
Correct. So this is where when you talk about limit, one is financial, another one is time, and also another one that where I can relate in a support group is yourself. If you know you cannot do it, you have to tell yourself you cannot do it. You don't blame others, you don't blame this and blame that. Try to work around. Like if you really cannot find a time to send your child for therapy, then look for alternative. Okay, it doesn't mean that die you have to have that slot.
Yeah.
Okay, and then also your time, like if you really cannot take some time off, you can find someone who can help you. Okay, like a support group, you can suggest, oh, I need to go for a break. Where can I go? How do I find support? So these are the things that you can relate to support group, because some of the parents, not some, I think most, they share that I have difficulty talking to my siblings to take care because they might have their own life. Okay, so this is the time where support group kicks in. Where else? Because sometimes you just need to take a small break for yourself, maybe 2 hours, drink your coffee, read your newspaper, and then go back to your own life. So this is where even though it looks very simple, just to drink your favorite coffee, but it's very like Yong said, taking
Recharge.
care of children is not, it's really it's a process lah. Like Yong also said, it's a learning. He's been handling 2 children with autism for the past 20 years. And then it's still learning phase for him, which is quite good. And also, from my perspective as a mental health professional, like I said, I use parents support group as a guideline. Why? Because I don't have the real life experience, but I have the concept of the theories on how to work. So we work together closely and we can find out like, okay, what's next? Okay, according to parents, 10 parents experience this. So when I see there's a pattern, I can inform other parents as well. Like, okay, so this is the like, for example, stress from taking care of children. This is something that's very big. And then like Yong said, I myself also see that a lot of awareness on special needs, but how about the parents?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is also one of the reason, like Yongshen mentioned just now, how do they come about and create this support group? Okay, it's all about the challenges, the daily life, because we know what to do with the child, but we also learning how to deal with it with us internally. Like we got
Some-
no one. Yeah.
Sometimes the support group, if you can find a support group that can provide a response service, meaning that, okay, I need to go out for a movie for 2 hours or something like that. Can someone in the support group taking care of my kids for 2 hours? And that would be good, because you really need that me time. That you don't need to deal with them for 2 hours. Of course, in the market now, they have a lot of centers that you can send for 2-3 hours a day, but they are not cheap. They are not cheap. All this EIP center is not cheap. So
Yeah.
if you can afford it, by all means, it's good. But if you cannot afford it, what next? You need some me time off as well. So if the support group can provide some responsibility, which by I taking care of yours this week, you're taking care of mine next week, that will be good.
Yeah.
That will be good. Yeah.
And
In my
also-
support group, a few parents, which I happen to just grab my younger son out, go to IKEA, and I only have to deal with once. It's too much for me to ask them to take two. It's not fair. So. But dealing with one is a lot. The stress level is released.
Yeah. And also, like this is a good idea also, socializing. Sometimes we also don't know where to bring our kids to socialize. Yes, there's a therapy, there's a group, but sometimes it's a bit, for me, it's a bit to control the setting when you have therapists around. So it's not very natural. So like when you go out with a group of parents, like, oh, we have outing. So it's like like the meet and greet, everyone come, like what Yong mentioned just now, when they do the awareness, April Autism Day, they bring the kids out and then expose the child. So this is something that is very good for the parents. Okay. All right. So we are already closing in the 1 hour period. So before that, can I so if there's parents want to join your group, how do they go about that?
Okay, actually, I have a list of support group that's especially in the autism spectrum. I can only speak of autism spectrum, Charlie, because the other like Kiwani's group, I'm not really active into it.
Yeah.
I have a list of groups that in Malaysia, especially for support group. Maybe I will send that list to Charlie, and then you can grab it from Charlie. And of course, you want to join our support group, you can actually just contact me, and Charlie can actually paste my information online. I don't mind, but please just WhatsApp me and telling me who you are. The reason why on the headset is that my younger kid is very sensitive to speakers. The sound, sensory issue. That's why I put on speaker. Even when I'm talking, he is a bit grum. Okay, so So to contact us to join ARM, like I said before, our objective is home. Of course, the social club is one of the main objectives as well. Financial independence, employment, and some skill. That's our key. If you want, you can maybe Charlie can put down my contact on the comment section of the what we call that this video on Facebook. And Charlie, you are free to refer anyone who interested. Just WhatsApp me. Don't call me. Sorry about that. WhatsApp me and then tell me who you are and what you're looking for.
Can no problem. So later after this video, I'll put a comment of your number. You can contact him, and then also I put in some of the basically what they do, like the objective. So you
can also reach me on Facebook if you search for my name, or you search for my what they call it AKA. It's called Shiok Guy, SHIOKGUY. Like SHIOK, shock, very shock.
SHIOK
GUY. Shock guy lah. Have to cite myself, and tell you are a psychologist. You have to make yourself feel shocked, right? Otherwise,
Okay.
you go like that. Yeah.
Okay.
So Facebook, you look for my name or Shock Guy, you can find me. Actually, you can follow us there, and you can see some of the things that we do with my kids.
Yeah, that will be good. This information I'll put it into the comment box. And then for those parents who join us today, we can't really talk much about the welfare home at the moment because it's PNC to that group. So if you want to know more, you can approach Yong and ask him about how do they come about this. So we can only share about like the objective and personally his experience, and also parents who've been asking me what are the role, what is the purpose. So different support groups have different purpose, but the role are the same. Okay, to support parents
in need.
Yes, parents in need. And also, yes, gathering information is there, but like what Yong emphasized, the comradeship, the friendship, like people that to remind you that
you're not alone.
You're not alone in this journey. You are together as a team, and then it's a learning process. And like what I heard Yong repeatedly say, don't give up. It's a process. Okay, it's the journey. And then it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. So it's not about who get number one in 100 meters. It's about sharing what we learn, what we do, how to deal with. Because the world constantly changing. You see, like what Yong shared just now. 20 years ago, there is Yahoo, no Google. And then there's no support group. And then you can see how he mentioned, he get therapy, he have to email someone overseas. Okay. Now it's very different. So now they evolve into like as convenient as WhatsApp group.
Yeah.
Okay.
EIP everywhere.
Yes. And then other than getting to know feedback of the EIP, but the most important thing, like what Yong said, like being together and knowing that you know what to do, where to go, and then like talking, just have someone to talk, like understand how a person go through their life, the challenges can be a guidance for every one of us. Okay. And then also, correct. It's very important. It's quite amazing to learn. Like as I use support group, some of the parents who are willing to share with me, like Yong itself. It helps me a lot in my profession. So when I do counseling with family, I can share. Okay. I can share that this is real. Okay, it's not something in textbook. Because when we do planning, it has to be realistic. It's not fancy stuff. Like fancy stuff, it doesn't. Okay, result is one thing, but second thing is well supported. Okay, so also part of the reason why we have this talk is also to bring the awareness to the next step. Okay, we have a lot of support for the child, but now we have to look at the parents who are parents are taking it. Correct. So for this particular group today, that we have Yong to share with us is so autism related. So if you have a child, there's no harm on hearing or asking questions regarding support group, but like I said, it's better to check with the group first. Okay, what type of child or who? Okay, later I can put contact. You can ask Mr. Yong. But it's quite self-explanatory, like autism resources. So basically, it's autism. But I mean, there's no harm to join and ask. Okay, if not suitable, then you can leave. Yeah. So it's
anyway,
simple as
like WhatsApp before they only allow 256. We actually over the limit. Luckily, they increased the capacity, so we can still take in members who are willing to come in. So we are over 256 parents in the group.
Yeah, and also the requirement. Sometimes it's not that they don't want you to be in the group, but have certain requirement, like what Yong shared. If your child is like 2-3 years old, it's a bit hard to put you in a group where everyone is 20, 18. Then it's a bit hard for the parents to relate. It's not that they want to keep you, but this is the requirement. Okay, so then they will refer you to a smaller group. Okay, this is how you create network.
We do keep some parents who are in the younger group if they insist. The reason is because they want to learn from the senior. So we do that. But I always advise them, if you want to be in a younger group, by all means, I'll put you to the other group. I refer you to the younger group. If you want to stay here, fine. But bear in mind that our objective is for home. employment might not suit you. But they will still start asking questions about certain things, which is affect young group. So the senior parent with their experience that can help them also. Which is a good thing. Yeah.
Yeah, correct. So it's better to approach and ask than not ask and then assume. Okay, parents or anyone that joined us today, just because they are autism, or maybe you suspect your child has autism, there's no harm in joining a support group. So as long as
there are plenty of support group on Facebook as well. I didn't create the Facebook one because I do not want to run so many platforms at one time. So WhatsApp is the only one. We do not have in Facebook. But if you search for support group for autism in Facebook, you have plenty. You have plenty.
Yeah. So for those who join us today, you feel like you can talk to Yong, then by all means you can contact him, because sometimes like you can just see Facebook, you don't know who is inside, but like you have Yong today to share about ARMS. So those who are interested, feel free to contact him. And then if you're not sure how to contact him, or you're shy to talk to Yong, you want to talk to me first, up to you. You can just WhatsApp me on the office phone, or you can Facebook Messenger our Facebook page, and then I can further explain to you how to meet or to chat with Yong if you're shy to approach him. So I'm more than happy to
Okay. I'm more than happy to. So bear in mind that don't call me, just WhatsApp. Because usually I don't pick up stranger phone because of scam or whatever. I don't.
So that's the requirement. You can WhatsApp first, introduce yourself to Yong, and then I can ask him question about the ARMS in details, because some of the things people share in the group is not so convenient, because now it's Facebook Live, is public, so it's not everything is conveniently shared. This is how we protect our parents. Correct. This is how we protect our parents as well, or else it would be very hard to invite Yong to here to share as well. Okay. All right. So we are already at the end of our awareness talk, and on behalf of Mindstory, it's really grateful to have Yong yourself to come and share with us about ARMS support group. So for those who are interested, we will put Yong's detail on the comment box. Okay.
My pleasure, Charlie. My pleasure.
Thank you, everyone. I'll see you on the next talk.
Okay, thank you. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.